Welcome to Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia. I posted something the other day. It was about Aboriginal belief is that, or might have been American Indians, believe that you're born to serve and others are believe you're born to be given to type thing. It's like you're
Yeah, you
entitled.
have to say that again. I don't think I
So,
understood what you said.
the older beliefs from the tribal type people is
Yep,
that you are born to serve.
yep,
So to serve others, to serve
yep,
society, to serve. And what you reap from that is, yeah, what you end up with.
yep.
While others, especially these days, a lot of people, they believe they're born to get.
Ah, yeah, yeah,
Thing. They're
yeah,
entitled. Yeah.
yep,
So,
yeah, yeah. It's interesting, isn't it?
mm.
Mm,
And then, yeah, I guess this is my personal feeling is sometimes you serve the wrong people or the wrong reasons, or you get very jaded when you've given to people who don't appreciate it or who just slam it in your face. So I'm becoming harder in my old age because, yeah, I've given to the wrong people. I've just given and given and given and said, when's my turn? But they never had me in mind. So, and the other thing is I've set up expectations for other people. So they say you give once and then that's appreciated. You give twice and they go, oh, this is nice. You give a third time and then it's an absolute expectation. And yeah,
yeah, we trained people how to treat us.
treat us. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get around to. So
Yeah,
yes, and I
yeah.
have failed miserably, but I'm in reset mode.
I don't think you failed,
Oh,
Dee.
thank you, Sonia. I think some days I feel like I have, so, or perhaps I'm just recognizing where I've made those mistakes and guarding myself from making them again.
Yeah, well, there's a difference between failing and just learning from decisions that
Yeah. Mm.
yeah, were not in, I don't know, best interest of the situation. Yeah, I don't think you failed.
Thank you, darling. I'm recognizing better where I am appreciated. So that's
Mm.
nice. Yeah.
Mm. Actually, one of my other friends, she said something similar to me recent. Oh, probably not heaps recently, but a little while back. And it's just like, yeah, I'm just focusing on doubling down on those relationships that where we're all participating and appreciating each other, and letting go of some of those relationships that are a lot more one-sided, heavy.
I call them one-way streets.
Yeah, that's a
So,
good, good name. Yeah.
yeah, am I going to say that? My mother said something about me someone believes that you should help family. And I said, um, yeah, but it's a one-way street. And she said, what do you mean? I said, she believes everyone should help her, but there's no onus on her to help anybody else. And I just decided a little while back that I'm not doing one-way streets anymore.
Mm.
I might be stuck at the end of one in some ways. Um, but yeah, I want collaboration, I want interaction, I want communication, um, not just demands all the time.
Mm.
So yeah, so
Mm.
it's interesting. Mum said, "What do you mean one-way streets?" And I said, "Well, all the effort goes in one direction. It doesn't ever
Yeah.
come back the other way."
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it?
it is.
And we all get stuck in those relationships sometimes.
Yeah, and often it's a sense of obligation. Yeah, and family dynamics, social dynamics, culture, you know.
Mm. Well,
So
it's been able to recognise, isn't it? Because we all go through difficult times in life where we're not actually able to, for whatever reason, reach back.
yes,
But is the person characterised by never reciprocating, by never reaching out, or
mm,
is it just a tough time they're going through now?
yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's worth trying a couple more times to work out whether you're on the right track to shut the door
mm,
or whether there's something else going on and you need to leave it open.
mm.
I guess you get more discerning as you get older.
Well,
But
in
also,
theory, I'm not so sure.
we have a culture where or us women, and certainly my age, have been raised to just serve everybody regardless of how they treat us. So, and men particularly. So, yeah, I think I've been serving those that didn't always appreciate it for all my life.
Mm,
Not everybody, of course, but
mm,
a large cohort, because that's what you do. Well, yeah,
mm,
but there's some other things you do too, and that's appreciate those that are helping you.
mm,
Or, yeah. And I remember these words, you don't need it.
mm,
You're capable, you don't need it. You'll be fine on your own. Yeah, those sorts of things. And I saw another meme recently that basically says, doesn't mean I didn't deserve it, the better things, you know?
Well, I can understand why you get stuck in the mindset of I deserve it and you're the one that's always, I don't know, trying to get help. Because I just look and I think, like, as a single parent, everybody would say, "Oh, you're so strong, Sonia."
Yes.
And so then they look at you because you're resilient. You've built resilient because of the difficulties you've gone through
Yeah.
and you try and overcome them. But then it's like, oh, well, therefore you're resilient, you're strong, you don't need any help, as opposed to other single mums that I came across who
Mm,
were not resilient. Well, they're
mm.
the ones that get all the help.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are invited out for family meals that, people come in and babysit the kids. People go and mow the lawns or do the
Mm.
house maintenance, whatever it is that
Yes.
they need. They do, give them food vouchers and things.
Mm.
And whereas when you're strong, you don't get any. Well, I shouldn't say you don't get any of it, but you don't get much of that.
Yeah.
And so
Mm.
I've said there's been some times in my life where I've just thought, man, I just need to be more needy.
You need to whinge
And then
more.
I get more help. But
Yes.
not that I made that decision,
Yeah.
but I can understand how that happens and that you get
Yes.
yourself in a cycle
Mm.
of being needy.
Yeah. They've got themselves into needy and we've got ourselves
Yeah.
into
And they don't
hype.
understand why people get sick of them actually
Yeah.
either, because they've never had to learn those lessons. They don't understand why there's this cycling of
Support.
yeah, support, that's the word. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. And we're hyper independent because we've just constantly that's the thing. We've quietly gone and sorted our shit out each time. We haven't made a fuss of it. We haven't been the squeaky wheel. But I don't want to be the squeaky wheel either. Like they just drive me nuts. Some of
Yeah.
them, not all of them, but some of them. A term we used many years ago about some people in a different town was they were system workers. So they'd worked over the Lifeline system, the Church of Christ system, the Catholic system, the Anglican system, the next charity, and they were literally cycling through charities until a charity got sick of them.
Mm,
That's
mm.
that's awful to me. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I remember years ago when I was involved in trying to set up a food basket type of a thing.
Mm,
And it was pastor from one of the local churches who was also part of that committee. And he was really wise because at the time I was pretty young, so I was quite naive and just thought people needed help, I guess. And I always remember him saying to me that we've got to be careful about the systems we put in place just because of that. He said, at the end of the day, what this is really not only giving people their need in the minute, but also helping them to have a better life in the long term. And so
yeah.
one of the things they wanted to put in place was that like the first lot of food that people needed is okay, like everybody has bad times in their life. So no
Mm.
questions asked. It's just like, okay, you need a
Yeah.
food basket or whatever. But by the time you get to about the third time, at that point, what he wanted to put in place was, well, now it's time to start looking at, do you know how to budget? Do you know how to make the right decisions?
Yeah.
And if you want to continue to receive this help, then you also need to participate in some of these other things that were offered.
Yes.
And I remember at the time thinking, oh, okay. And then watching it play out over years. And
Yes.
you know what happens? The people that are, like you say, system workers,
Mm.
they never go and learn how to budget.
Mm.
They just go to the next
They just keep
charity.
taking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They'll leave. They'll get their 3 or their 5, whatever the policy or process is of the charity, and then move on to the next one.
Mm.
And if there's enough in your
Sorry.
area, you can go round, and by the time you get back to the first one,
Mm.
enough time's gone by that you've kind of fallen off of their list
Yes.
of these people we don't just give without also requiring them
Yes.
to do
Yeah.
other things to help themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of, I don't know, because as a person who likes to just help people, that feels horrible that you're putting a condition on it. But that's because not everybody sees the world the same way as I do. See, I think if I get help from somebody, then that's just help for that time. And I still need to be working on myself and my life to improve, but not. So that's hard to comprehend that not everybody thinks that way, and that's actually probably a taught thought process, not a natural thought process.
Yeah. It's interesting because I learned another level of this through coaching. There's two things. There's that having skin in the game, you'll put more effort into something if you've got skin in the game. So if you give too much away, they don't use it. You get this, I'll get this free report or get this free lesson. If they're not paying for it, they'll never read it, they'll never look at it. They just think they've got something for free and they'll probably never do anything. So when it came to coaching one-on-one and stuff like that, we're taught to task people. So, and I think
Did you say task?
Task,
yeah.
Give them a job to do. So before you sign up, when I was doing one-on-one coaching, before you sign up or before I try and take any money off you, I want you to do this couple of things. You have to do these things and I have to get proof of it back.
So you're qualifying them
qualifying whether they're really going to do anything for themselves, because if they do those 2 simple tasks, they're not a client. They're just tire kickers, the equivalent of tire kickers.
Yeah,
so,
that makes sense.
And I felt awful about it initially, but then I went, because then a couple of people I sent this stuff to, and crickets, never heard from them again, even after reminding them. So I just went, okay, you just took yourself out. That's fine. I don't have a problem with those people.
No.
Because I set up the system to clear them out of the program.
Well, because the time that you spend with them isn't going to be productive, is it? So you need to be spending time with people that actually want to make changes in their life.
Sick of helping people that won't help themselves or won't try and learn something. So so it sort of clears that backlog, which is good. Yeah. What's the 80-20 rule? There was a book.
Yeah, Pareto. It's called the Pareto something. Paretto, the Pareto principle.
Okay.
The 80-20 rule. It's interesting because that works in all sorts of phases of life. Like from a business point of view, you'll get 80% of your revenue from 20% of your product offering or service offering. Yeah. And I don't know, it just goes everywhere. You'll get 80% of the traction in your marketing campaign from 20% of your ads.
Yes.
Yeah. It's quite fascinating.
Yeah. and then you can apply it to simple things in life too. Yeah, I mean, because I'm trying to downsize and minimize, going through the utensil drawer,
Oh
like I
yeah.
could get rid of 80%. Now I've said it, I'll have to do it, won't I? How many pairs of barbecue tongs do you bloody need?
Right.
Um, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I have downsized my cutlery drawer, but one of my daughters keeps coming in and she says, "Man, you got a lot of cutlery, Mum."
Really? Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's
dear.
just, yeah,
Yeah.
knives, forks, spoons. It was just because it was a big set.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I've decommissioned our caravan, so I have got like this mini household of stuff in storage in one
yep,
room, and we need to get some repairs done to the van, and then I want to sell it, whether Tony
yep.
come at that or not. I will have to for debt reasons. So, yeah, and I think, what am I going to do with all this stuff? Because nobody wants your secondhand shit, you know? So, yeah. Oh, a lot more stuff going to Goodwill.
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Send it to the op shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
And like the op shop's a great place to go when you want something.
Well, that's true too. Yeah. We do have
Yeah.
one in our little town.
You
So
don't?
we do. Yeah,
Oh,
we've
you
got
do,
a,
yeah.
yeah, and they're independently run, and they donate to the things to the community or support community things every so often, which is nice.
Yeah. So it's not a church or that runs it. It's just a
No,
couple.
it's completely independent.
Wow.
I don't know who set it up or how it came to be, but
Mm,
yeah,
mm.
a couple of local ladies have been in charge of it for some years, and they're still going, and they hit the subscribe button below if you want to follow life hacks beyond convention.